Okay, we are here with UC Irvine head coach David Kniffin and student athletes Cole Power and Hilir Henno after the runner-up finish in the Hawaiian Islands presents a 2024 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. Coach, if you could just start us off with an opening statement about tonight's match.
Yeah, opening statement is Long Beach played exceptionally tonight. They played like a team that was liberated from all playoff pressure and served really, really tough. That's about as free as I've seen a playoff team play. So they obviously blew us up from the service line a little bit. Thought we responded well in set two, and there were moments where I think it maybe looked farther away than it felt for us. But ultimately, volleyball's a serving and passing game. We've got to do the other high IQ things to ultimately move the needle and win, but the serving and passing keeps us in it, and we didn't play great in that part of the game tonight. But certainly credit to Long Beach. They played it very well.
Questions?
Billy Hull, Star Advertiser. I'll ask the two players. Just kind of curious if you noticed or felt at all the difference in the arena tonight from playing the home team last night with all the people here to kind of the atmosphere tonight, if like even early on you guys noticed it at all.
Yeah, I can answer that one. Yeah, obviously it was way different. Playing in front of 9,000 people, it's something that is exceptionally unique in Hawaii, probably one of the best crowds in the world. And the next day having, I don't know how many people were there, but it was still cool. A lot of Hawaii fans, super fun. But I don't think that's the reason why we lost or anything.
Yeah, I'd agree. Definitely a different feel from the night before. Super cool to obviously be in front of that many fans. And for the next night to kind of be, we talked about it as a team, but we were the away team last night in a huge environment, and tonight it kind of felt like we were the home team with a little bit of crowd on our side, but definitely a fun environment to be in, one of the greatest places in the world, like he said, but yeah, I don't think it affected us that much.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. It seemed like everyone, all the fans that came out tonight were cheering for you guys. It was almost like a home match. I didn't know if you guys felt that at all too. But Coach, I just wanted to ask you, selection show tomorrow. Just how confident are you that you guys are going to be in that field announced tomorrow for the NCAA tournament?
It's a great question, and I give kind of a boring answer to it. But we know enough to know that as competitors, you always have your swings. We've certainly put together a great body of work. I've got to believe that we're in a good position. But I'll tell you, the message that I brought to the team after the match was just, if you're truly a competitor, you're learning. And I think we can learn a lot from this match. You think about the greats in any sport, and if you go and watch their YouTube interviews, or if you've had the ability to watch press conferences live, when the greats win or lose, the first thing they do is they start learning. And if we're playing again in 2 weeks, I think we can learn a lot in 2 weeks. I think we get a lot better. This is a team that, for as good as we are, it's pretty new composition of players on the court. I don't know that we're anywhere near where we could be. So if given that opportunity in 2 weeks, I think we're only better than we were, this week and in the last couple weeks.
Sure. For earlier, just this week, a lot of people were giving you praise for your play, especially last night against Hawaii. Coach Wade, said he thought you were the player of the year. I was just wondering your thought on the season you've put together and how you've progressed as a player to this point.
I have to agree that I've had a pretty good season this year, and I'm giving all the credits to my teammates, because without them, without Chewy, without CP passing, without anybody in the court, I wouldn't be having that season. So I would say that all the credit goes to my teammates, my friends, because they always put me in the best situations possible.
And then lastly, I might as well take this opportunity to ask you, covering Louis Sakanogo for UH this year, and I know you guys have kind of a good relationship. Can you just talk about kind of your friendship with him? I saw him come over and talk to you before the match tonight, but just how would you describe your relationship with him, and what's it been like playing against him in the Big West, in the United States?
So it's pretty funny, because I've been playing against him since I was 13 in France. I was playing for Paris, I was playing for Tours, and we always were competing against each other. And we won the European Championship in U17, and fun story, we were roommates together. So we were just spending good times, and seeing him playing against him in the semifinal of the Big West, we just went to each other before the game, and we're like, made the best win, and yeah, he's a pretty good friend of mine.
Cole and Hilir, both of you guys, first team All Big West this year. But Cole, specifically for you being a senior on this team, talk about like what this senior group has brought to the team this year, and how much of an impact you think that played all season.
Yeah, this is a really special composition of seniors. We're all super, super tight as a group, and I'm stoked to say they're a bunch of my best friends. And to go on this journey with all of them, and to go as far as we've gone, and hopefully further, it means the world. And yeah, I'm just extremely lucky to be a part of this team and to be on this journey with these guys. Like, it's a special thing that not a lot of people get to embark upon. So this is a special group.
Coach, can you expand on your seniors on this team?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, buying into this program is a little bit different. You know, obviously we're playing in kind of an advanced physical game of keepy uppy. But beyond the volleyball stuff that we're doing, you know, I'm asking them to make agreements about how they treat each other, how they interact with each other. These are big asks of 18 to 22-year-olds. You know, we talk about things like put we before me, and in a very me-centered society right now, that's a ridiculous ask of a bunch of 18 to 22-year-olds. But I ask them of that. We don't make excuses for poor sportsmanship or bad behavior. You know, we ask them to live a service-oriented kind of way of living. We ask them to serve their teammates and to put their teammates at least at the level of themselves in everything we do. You know, when they go through a buffet line, they're making each other's Chipotle bowls because we don't serve ourselves on this team. So, you know, those types of things, for a senior to go through this program, you would expect them to be changed on the other side. You would expect them to be better on the way out than on the way in if they committed to those behavior patterns. I can't force heart change on anyone, but we can set up a structure that I think gives them the opportunity to see the value in living those ways. Seniors that have come through this program would have lived those values, or they would have left. That's a big ask, but I would say these seniors live that out. Yeah.
Cole and Hilir, who has the hardest Chipotle bowl order?
Cole Power. He orders the biggest bowl before every game, and he probably eats 33% of his bowl. And always, it's good to have him as a friend. It's always being next to him when he's Chipotle, because you can order a little thing, and then he's gonna give you the rest. And
You always get extra food with me.
yeah, that's right.
Thanks so much. Congrats on a great season so far, and we hope to hear your name called tomorrow at 10 a.m. Hawaii time when the NCAA bracket is announced.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, guys.